Hello, everybody. Sorry for the long break. I had to make myself a grilled cheese sandwich
And he had to boil water to do it.
for my tea.
Yeah. Well, see, Neal, that's where I think you're being irresponsible with making the long break. What I do at the beginning of the week for my tea, pasta, etc., all that stuff, at the beginning of the week, I boil a bunch of water and then I freeze it. So whenever I want tea or something, I've already got it ready. It saves a lot of time.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, Rob, you should introduce that idea to the world. See what it thinks about it.
That's great, man. Great.
God.
That's a little life hack there for you, Neal.
Neal, why do you even create plots for these episodes? We just should just let Rob tell stories about his
Honestly,
ideas.
I'm thinking about renaming Shenanigans the Rob Show and just kind of like letting him
Friends.
be him, then everyone else can just come along and hang out. Be like hang out with Rob Hour for 4 hours
Rob
a
and
week.
Friends.
Rob and Friends.
Which could also be mispronounced into Rob and Friends.
Robin.
So robbing your friends.
Or we could call it Rob and Pillage. That could be good.
Mm-hmm.
I hardly ever pillage anything. I'm usually the voice of reason and hey, let's not kill all these miscellaneous people.
But you do it sometimes.
So, you guys have one pie hidden in a pasture. You have one pie hidden well in a
In the abandoned church.
church, and one
real
pie
pie.
hidden not so well in the abandoned church.
And Elliot is going to guard them. Or rather, the fake
Joe?
one.
I would like.
Oh, Joe. Yeah, Joe.
What do you guys think is a good check to see, a good roll to determine how well you've hidden your pie? Right? If you were going to make a check to determine a numerical value for the hidden factor of that pie, what ought that check be?
Can you really make that hiding it into a check if you just put rubble on it until you can't see the box, basically?
Well, in all things D&D, there's always a skill check to do something, right? If you hide yourself in the rubble, you would need to make a hide check. So if you're going to hide the pie in the rubble, the pie needs some sort of hide check.
I think it would kind of have to be perception. Like
My thinking,
how well
we're
you can
hiding in the
notice how well
church,
you
so I can use religion check.
I'm sorry, you
What?
want to use religion to hide a pie?
In
What
a
is
church.
your... Do you have a pie hiding based religion?
Well, not religion. Well, see, here's the thing, because normally that wouldn't work, but my goddess is Chandra, the goddess of industrial magic and light,
Uh-huh.
and we're based on special effects. We're a special effects based church.
Uh-huh.
You know, we often get hired to do the special effects at other people's religious ceremonies,
Okay.
and this is a special effect, right?
Yes.
It's a practical effect, in fact. Not
No.
many churches still do practical effects.
You're making a lot of sense to me. You're speaking my language, Rob.
God.
Robbie, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's like stop motion, for example. I mean, that's almost a forgotten art. I mean, that might as well be old Swedish or something.
Wrong language, Rob. Wrong
Old
language.
Icelandic, sorry.
Okay. So
All right,
what
Rob,
do you
what
want?
is your-
Who has the highest?
What's your religion efficiency associated score? Because I want to roll this hide check in private so you don't know how well the pie is hidden. I want you to be...
All right, well, so religion is based off wisdom, right?
Yeah.
I have a 17.
Okay. I don't think there's any modifiers. So I'm going to use my pink die, and I'm going to roll you a check here. That was on the edge.
So there's a 15% chance that it's not well hidden, which I think is probably our best bet. I mean, if we were walking around guarding the pie, there's a way more than 15% chance that it would get ruined.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. The
Not
pie,
a good option.
And this will be aided if like Joe's like, no, and like throwing himself on the pie and trying to stop them from getting the fake pie.
All right, guys, it's time. You hear the church bells echoing out from Berkshire, letting you know pie eating competition has begun. The second phase, the last phase, the final phase of the pie eating competition has begun. You guys now have to go find and destroy your opponent's pies. There are four teams: the wizards, the warriors, the rogues, and the clerics.
All right, I can get the warriors to destroy their own pie. The others will have to work on.
Well, anyway, we should head out, Elliot. Joe has got this under control, and we should head it. I have this pie. Do you want to hold it, or should I? This fake one.
You should hold it. We need to pretend that we're working hard on protecting it. Maybe we should like put the board over it and like bundle it as if we're trying to protect it, like wrap a cloak around it and then like ropes around it to make it like a protected bundle. And then we can even tie the bundle to a rope around your waist, so we're really trying to prevent someone from taking the pie.
Okay, do you have a cloak?
Oh, okay. For a second there, I was just thinking you meant like just have it dangling from his hip.
No.
Not just like, oh, he's carrying it and it's also attached to his hip.
No, it's like when you handcuff a briefcase to your wrist.
Okay,
you don't just like walk around with it dangling from your wrist. It's to keep someone from snatching it.
Do you have a cloak?
Or having a wallet on a chain. Of course I have a cloak.
Okay.
Got this beautiful logo on it and everything.
Give me the cloak.
Slow to Meekum. There you go.
Okay, I put the fake pie into the cloak, put some rope around it so the cloak holds. Kinda, I mean, I have
with the board on it. That is a very expensive cloak, and you're not going to stain it with some freaking apricot pie.
So is this like board pie cloak over it, or is it like board cloak pie? What's
pie, board on top, since it's flat, and you made a big thing about curved lids.
Yeah,
so it holds it flat to a point. So even if it gets disrupted a bit, a mending spell should still be able to fix it. Even though there's a fake pie, we're not worried about that. And then we tie them together very tightly so that they stay together, wrap it in a cloak, tie that so that the rope's holding the cloak around it, and then that's tied to his belt. Does that all make sense?
Why is it tied to his belt?
What?
Why is it tied to his belt?
So if someone tries to snatch the pie,
so they can't just run off with it.
Cane.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Whatever. I just think that if they try and snatch it and actually
it's
make any
just
distance,
like a 3-foot rope between the pie and Bad Cane's belt.
It's more like as he does that, and better to tie it to my wrist, really.
I mean, whether it's his belt or his wrist, like at the point in which the pie is no longer in Bad Cane's hands, if it gets tugged, then it falls. It's just gonna like splat on the ground. Like you're just ensuring pie death near you.
And Bad Cane is pretty tall. Then it shouldn't. It should just like flap around his ankles.
The pie's not going to flap around his ankles.
Yeah,
it's
but it's still going to go like splat all over.
The rope is not long enough to reach the ground.
But the pie's not attached to the board. Like if the board falls and the pie's going to fall out of it.
I said pie, board, rope is tied around.
All right, whatever, man.
The board.
You seem to think that if there's a pie and a board and you flip it upside down, that the pie is going to be intact afterwards. And I'm of the opinion that pie,
Neal,
board, flip it, it's going to get ruined.
Have you ever gone to the grocery store, purchased a pie, and they have the lid on it, and they'll put it in sideways?
No.
Oh my God, my pie is still intact.
I've never done that.
Will you look at that. Totally intact horizontal pie. I brought props. I have props.
How many
That's why
pies
he
do you have?
specifically
Upside
made
down, it's
none
upside
of them
down, but it's still
pumpkin.
intact. What do you know? That's
Turn
amazing.
it all the way upside down,
It's
Rob,
exciting to
over your
find.
keyboard.
What?
Take the lid off and turn it upside down over your keyboard. Let's see how
Okay,
confident you are in the pie
The
holding
point
skills.
is having a lid on it.
Like that lid made a difference in that moment.
Yeah. The board is tied with rope to the pie, basically. Then the globe, and again rope around it.
All right, you do your thing, guys. You do your thing.
Do our thing. We can make a useless check later.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, but you guys still need to go find one of
Yeah.
these 4 teams.
Yes. So, what do you think, Elliot? Go into town or just go at the outside of it, trying to see them? You know, a good aim knife throw would knock any pie out of commission. Well, I could also aim for the hand.
Here you go, Neal. This Warhammer Power Behind the Throne book will substitute for a board, which it actually is, just in multi-layered form.
Lovely.
See, this is what we're talking about.
I see that. Yeah.
It's tied there. The pie can't go anywhere. The
Why
board
don't you
is
shake
tied over
that
the
for
pie.
me a little bit, to represent something like flying and flinging. Yeah? Some decent shaking.
Oh wow! Look at that.
And-
My God. And my prize module isn't getting ruined, is it?
Really, can we see the backside of the module now?
Oh my God. Look, it's upside down even.
Can we see the backside of this module now without any cleaning effects? Looks pretty clean. Wow, that's a pretty good pie you got there. God, if only all pies were that. No, we're like that.
Well,
Are we supposing then that in anticipating this exact plot, I purposefully went and had a special pie, maybe I went to some sort of Japanese restaurant that also serves traditional American dishes and has fake plastic food laid out for display purposes. I'm like, give me the fake pumpkin pie that of that. Neal will never suspect.
And you also had the dedication
I'm just
to
saying,
eat.
there is an
That-
inherent instability in pie, and if it's being jerked off of somebody and coming to an abrupt stop and then tumbling, I fully expect a pie to be destroyed in that process. I am willing to be wrong on this matter.
That's
but
what the board is for.
My intuition says pie with board if it gets tugged and tossed and falls and dangles and all that crap.
And that's what the
It's gonna
mending
cause
spell is
problems.
for. At worst, the crust will get a little bit broken.
Basically, what Neal is saying, the pie is not of that consistency that it's indestroyable.
Pie is a delicate thing. We've all had pies fall apart on us at inopportune times.
Yep.
I'm just
I
saying,
baked some of
pie
them.
is delicate.
I baked some of them that fell apart. I confirm that.
I'm just saying pie is delicate. Let's not. That's all. That's all I'm saying, guys. All right. You still haven't picked a target, and we are halfway through the next hour. It was supposed to give you plenty of time to find these guys, but Shenanigans is as Shenanigans
still have
does.
plenty of time.
Yeah, then we just argue, Neal, and also you took 20 minutes to make tea.
8 minutes. No, wait. It was
And I had to go break out my plastic pie prop
all right.
and my Warhammer module.
And
yeah,
you had to
we know you
pass-
just ran off to the store during that long break to get your plastic pie.
It
You know,
also had
Neal,
a specific cut into it.
if something was going to destroy that pie, it would have been a Warhammer module. There's really nothing more brutal.
Having never played Warhammer, I cannot comment. All right, it's time.
So, do we want to keep at the outskirts of Berkshire?
All right, so we have to we have to think where these people, each group would be. If I was the wizards, I would think that Waghorts would be the place to hide. If I was the rogues, then they're probably thinking that whatever their little thieves guild is. If the clerics are probably hiding, and there actually is no other church in town. Last I heard, The only church was the old destroyed church, and then there were just some little shrines.
I mean, there's a church somewhere around there. There's a church
Isn't
to Martha
there?
in town.
Is there?
somewhere.
Okay, so we can go check the church.
Yeah, totally.
The Warriors, I don't know. They're probably.
I think Rob is just class profiling.
Yes. His character's an 80s businessman. He is absolutely fine with class profiling.
Oh God.
All right, 80s businessmen.
The 80s were not nearly as wonderful as everyone wants to pretend they were.
Hey man, we got
We had
Terminator
good music.
1 and 2 out of that shit. It was beautiful.
We had good music. We had nice hair. And it was
you know what? I take
racist,
it back.
misogynist as shit. It was rapey. Watch an 80s movie today, like a blood, like, oh, hey, Revenge of the Nerds. And you're like, holy shit, that's rapey. Watch
Yeah.
16 Candles. Oh, what is heart? Oh my God, that's rape. It's like rape, all through the 80s movies.
I mean, there's a lot of you can say about every decade. For example, what I always like to say, I mean, the 40s were, yeah, you know what happened, but at least everybody can say it was a blast.
You mean like
nuclear blast?
Yeah,
like intercontinental
how many
life?
thousands of tons of TNT worth of explosives?
Why don't you say that to the people of Dresden? Jesus Christ.
That's the sort of paving over of something I expect from Germans.
I mean, I didn't specify nukes, but okay.
My God.
I destroyed Nikki.
Last to describe the largest war in history. A blast.
It's been a blast, guys. So how about
Can we
this
give more
pie?
reparations? So we still haven't even picked a target. Where are you guys going?
How about we just for now go in the outskirts of Berkshire and have a look out? Maybe some of them will go through the city. The Warriors, probably.
They're probably going to hole up somewhere and then send out part of their group. I don't see any reason why being at the outskirts of town is going to allow us to spot anybody.
I mean, it would make us not an immediate target.
All right, this is what I think. Okay, we need to multitask here. So, who's going to know if a bunch of old wizards popped into Woghorts? We go ask the kids.
I mean,
if you want to destroy a pie, kids, they'll be looking for us. They won't be looking for not us. So we subcontract some Woghort students to destroy the pie.
I mean,
We're paying them to eat pie.
I mean, we could just give them a few bottles of alcohol, and they will, or at least promise them, and they will do everything we want.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there you go. You'll buy them a 6-pack.
I mean, I can't. I have the pie. You would have to buy it.
That's fine. But you're not over 21?
I can't walk into town with this pie in my hand if anybody of the others.
Of course we can. That's the whole point. We want that pie to be publicly destroyed so that people don't realize it was a fake bait pie. And then once it's publicly destroyed, there's no one has any reason to look.
By the way, as you guys, I'm not sure I've said you've left. I'm just gonna say from inside the church. Okay.
I'm
actually supposed to stop.
And Joe,
when your pie is destroyed,
so that if something goes wrong, you can just reload.
So Joe is staying behind at the abandoned.
Yes, that was the plan.
Are you sure? That's basically going to leave Nick out of the entire episode unless someone comes by your hiding spot.
That was our plan. 500
I
gold.
was
That's the point,
splitting the party, but they decided that was the plan.
Okay. All right.
Hey, you're just like, oh, it's so dangerous to leave the pie. You're just leaving it up to a dice roll.
It is.
So now somebody's staying there now.
All right.
Now we just leave it to average.
Even more dangerous for us to carry it around. All right. So let's go to Wogwarts. First thing, Wogwarts. Guard your pie.
So just through the middle of town.
We can go around the outskirts of town so we can keep up the illusion that we're trying not to be seen.
Okay. Well, let's head out then.
First, Wogwarts, because that's where the wizards probably are. That's where that was one of my first places I thought of as a secure place. I was going to go and tell them that it was like a strange magical pie and it needed to be secured and they needed to put it in their vault for study.
So let's go then. Not waste any more time.
Okay, let's sneak around the outskirts of town then to keep up the appearance.
Aw, I failed my willpower check. I totally take a bite of the fake pie.
Nice.
Isn't that the worst kind of pie we got? So
I mean, apricot pie. I'm not a big fan of apricot pie. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but for me, it doesn't really tickle.
I've never had it, so
I'm not a big fan of apricots, so I'm just assuming I wouldn't like apricot pie. Maybe I'm wrong here. Does anyone else want to weigh in on
So you pie profiled?
Hell yes, I did.
You've never even had it, but you were just making assumptions about it.
Rob, have you ever eaten human feces?
Not intentionally.
Have you ever unintentionally eaten human feces?
Yes, I've raised children and changed a lot of diapers.
All right, well then I will need to rephrase my question. Rob, have you ever eaten piece of plywood?
Have I ever chewed on wood? Probably. I've chewed on pencils.
Eaten a full-fledged, like just consumed the whole thing. Like consumed a 4x7 sheet of plywood.
So if I consumed an inedible, indigestible thing.
Hey man, are you all of a sudden profiling and saying it's indigestible and inedible? What is this, Rob? My God. I say we all boycott Rob's new show, Rob and Robin.
It's by death.
Neal's comparing food he doesn't like to plywood.
I'm just saying, what I'm comparing is Rob's ridiculous. Rob is basically Fox News, is what I'm saying.
So basically the real news source.
But Neal, I'm speaking out of experience here. Of eating unedible things.
I'm just saying, apricots aren't that great, so apricot pie is probably not that great either. It's not a stretch, it's not profiling, it's not an assumption. It's a logical series
I don't know.
of
Peanut butter is good. Peanut butter cookies, I'm not really a fan of.
I don't see how that. Like, if you said peanut butter, I don't really like, but peanut butter cookies, oh my God, that's so good. That would be a nice counterpoint.
Well, no, it's the same thing. Just because something in one form is good doesn't mean that it's good in another form.
Well, that's true, but if something's bad, it's probably bad in multiple forms, right?
Go eat pure sugar and say you don't like anything with sugar in it.
I love pure sugar, but what I want you to do is find me something that you don't like. And then, but when you make it in a pie, it's delicious, right? Like,
drink straight ketchup and then put it on any sort of meat.
Ketchup is not a primary food; it is a condiment. And you know what? To be honest, I don't even like ketchup that much. It's pretty mediocre. I basically eat it out of habit.
Yeah, it's
not that great. That's good.
A good tomato sauce is miles better.
You still haven't found anybody. You're still zero progress on today's quest.
Well, we were working on it, and then you got into your whole trying to alleviate your white guilt.
Alleviate my white guilt over what here?
Alleviate your white guilt about pie profiling.
No, please, let's just continue on to the Wizard Academy, please. I beg of you.
Let me tell you about guilt here, Rob.
Oh, no, Neal, shut it.
Break. Cut to the ads.
My mom's side of the family was raised Catholic, and apparently that entire generation's guilt all skipped a generation and came to me. I feel guilty for things I haven't even done.
Oh, please. Your parents' generation was raised Catholic? My whole ethnicity was raised Catholic.
Yeah, but like, what was mine? Catholicism dominated Europe for thousands of years. God damn it. I don't know where we're going anymore.
I really wish I had like.
I mean, I'm not Catholic.
Did you go to a Catholic school, Neal?
I did not. No, I've never attended Catholic school or Catholic mass.
Were you taught by multiple nuns?
No, but that's the thing is like it skipped a generation because my mom went to Catholic school and had all of that stuff, but she's like fine. She doesn't have like overbearing Irish Catholic guilt.
Class on the Book of Revelations, Neal?
Never even looked at the Book of Revelations. It's mysterious generation skipping guilt.
Listen, I think at this point, Joe just finds a random
maybe
ring.
You've done some terrible things, and it's totally legit guilt. What terrible things have you done, Neal? Did you blind an Asian man when you were drunk in your youth?
No, God, no. But I probably told some lies as a kid, and I wasn't super nice to my brother when we were younger, and
my God. So Joe's just going to put on the ring of regeneration he found.
Don't have a ring of regeneration.
He does now.
All right, you put it on. It's a ring of anti-regeneration. It's cursed. You lose 1 HP every turn until you die.
No.
Yeah. Rob, I have a spoon, man. And if we do not continue with this episode, you have no idea what I will do with this.
Gouge out your eyes? Please not. They'll probably ban me.
No, that's gross.
Oh, eat pie?
Eat pie.
Yes, I will eat pie.
All right. Well, it's the pie eating game. So let's continue without any more interracial religious pissing contests.
God. Let's just continue. Or I will start again with making World War II jokes.
Sure. All right, everybody. Let's keep rolling. Where are we? You guys are in town, maybe. I don't know.
And at the outskirts of town, heading towards the Wizard Academy.
Perfect. You find yourself at Woghorts. And who should be here at Woghorts other than 8 burly men? And Desmond, who is handing these 8 burly men various shirts that say Rogues on the back of it. And then he comes over to the group of you 3 and starts handing out jerseys to you guys. Two to the 2 of you. And he hands you 3 jerseys. On the back of them, it says 3.1 stars. And there's a number... There are jersey numbers 75, 32, and 4. And he hands these out to you and says, all right, I'm making sure everybody's got their team jerseys. Here you go. Where's your 3rd person? He needs his team jersey.
You know that it already begun, right?
Well, look, I'm Desmond. I'm the ref. I'm not here to eat your pie. Not on any team. You can whisper it to me, and I'll go deliver his jersey to him.
Over there, right?
Yeah, those guys, those 8. That's Team Rogue.
Yeah, excuse us. Let's go after Team Rogue.
Oh, well, hold on. You need your jerseys. Got to put them on.
Are we a group of working class people throwing a ball down a wooden floor at some pins?
No, but you are working class people doing a game.
Okay.
You are working class. You're literally working for a living. You're working class. Put on the jersey, damn it. Is it worth 500 gold to not put on the jersey?
Adventurer.
Hey, man.
I put on the jersey with the 75.
Good job. He holds the jersey with number 32 and number 4 out to you, Rob.
Fine. I'll put on the 32. There's 500 gold on the line.
All right. And where can I find...
I can't believe this. I pull my cloak over it. Oh, no. My cloak is gone. It's wrapped around the damn pie.
We will get him the shirt.
Okay. He hands you the jersey. Remember, the jersey must be visible so everyone knows who's who. Playing around. Yorkshire's a big town. It'd be unfair if people could just hide. No one. Well, okay. Have fun, everybody. And he wanders off.
Yeah. All this time, I look at the 8 burly men. Do they have a pie on them?
They're burly men. Why are they Team Rogue? I thought they were going to be like little sneaky men.
Yes, indeed. These 8 people are all kind of in a cluster, and you can see in the middle, the very tallest one has a pie that he's carrying above his head.
Visible?
All right. I look over at him and I command, jump!
Sure. He might get a saving throw. What is the condition?
Does he? Is he very intelligent?
I don't know. Let's find out. Command. You need to have creatures with intelligence of 13 or more can save. Well, let's roll his intelligence score.
You could have said drop.
Only an intelligence of 11. He jumps.
Is the pie up out of the pan?
Unfortunately, you've already recently demonstrated to me the structural integrity of pies in containers. Apparently, they can be shaken quite strongly and not fall out.
Rob, go
You
jump.
should have
He doesn't
tried.
have a lid.
Neal.
I don't think you need a lid. You had your pie like at a 90-degree angle and it didn't. The lid wasn't making.
I had a lid.
The lid wasn't touching the pie.
Rob, go jump with your pie. Sacrifice the pie to win the game.
That's a good pie. That's an excellent pie. It's a pretty amazing pie of a type that Neal didn't get to eat, but he really wishes that he could.
You could have just said God, and he would have
rub it in his face. Value of that pie way more.
Rub it in his face value, as in like the face value of this pie.
Neal, I would just throw a Mach 1 knife at the pie if he's holding that on display.
You throw a knife at the dude?
At the pie.
He's holding the pie. That's the same thing. All right, make me a roll to hit. Jesus Christ, you're gonna start an all-out war at the Wizard Academy, and people are gonna die today.
Make a roll
to hit, man. Make a roll to hit.
Neal, what I do is I throw the knife with the sheath.
Sure.
That's basically.
Give me an attack at
damage.
like -2.
Non-lethal damage.
Because throwing knives with their sheaths is really awkward. So attack roll -2 there.
That's a 10.
All right. It does not hit the pie. It goes.
What?
Well, that could have done better.
Pie's too small. It's not AC 10. It's like AC 15 or 16.
Like, I pull out another knife. Shall I try again?
At this point, the group turns to you, and we roll initiative. They let out a war cry.
The rogue. Really, the rogue.
No killing. Desmond's right here. He was very clear about the no killing.
That's why I throw my knife with a sheath. Don't want to hurt anybody.
Let's get some initiative rolls in this place, and let's make this happen. There are 8 of them.
That seems a little unfair.
Yeah, doesn't it? But,
okay.
you guys are smarter than these
I think the pie should have had to make a saving throw at least.
He had to hit the pie first, and then maybe a saving. Oh, you mean when he jumped?
The whole jumping.
I mean, initially I probably would have asked for a saving throw, but you went to extreme lengths to demonstrate the integrity of pie container technology.
He has to jump for 1 minute.
No, command is a single action.
No, it's
the duration at most 1 minute. It doesn't mean constant jump. Yeah. So what do we get here? Joe and Bad Kane, 8 and 10. This is our.
Joe's not there.
Wait, Joe.
There's a Bad Kane initiative roll, a Joe initiative roll, and an Elliot initiative roll.
Well, that
I always get a bad initiative.
Joe suddenly rolls initiative.
Like a spear comes flying from the ruins of the church.
Okay. Fantastic. Their first person goes at 7, so it looks like they go first.
All right, can I shout something very quickly?
Absolutely.
I shout, guard the pie, Kane, guard the pie, to try to get them thinking about attacking the pie.
Yeah, I have like the pie in kind of this hold with my right hand. I have a knife basically. Let's see.
The first person says, "I got the kid," and goes to tackle Elliot. So he makes a grab attack at you, Elliot. Ooh, which is a 3. It's a total miss. You dodge and duck and weave and miss him. He misses you. The next person is going straight for Bad Kane, and he's going to try and tackle Bad Kane.
Okay.
18 to hit. That might hit you, Bad Kane?
Depends. Armor plus dex?
No armor, but yes dex.
Okay, 14 then only.
Okay. He collides with you. Let's do opposed strength checks as this warrior.
Okay, let's see.
With
31.
With reasonable strength, 13 strength. Ooh. No, he needs to roll a 19. He needs to roll a 19. He's got a 10% chance of handling this one. No, he kind of hits you like a football tackle, but you just stop him solid. You're like a good 6 inches taller than him anyway.
With the big head, I'm like blocking out the sun, like.
Alright. The next person doesn't go until 12, which means it's Bad Kane's turn.
Okay. I kind of take a step, I like lean over to the side and just chuck another knife at the cake. Pie.
Okay. You see one of the people that was, because there's 8 of them, right? 4 of them, okay. I'm sorry, 3 of them rushed forward, 5 of them held back. You see one of these people with a readied action to secret service any incoming projectiles towards the pie. So you go to throw the knife, and some guy tries to...
Do I see that, or...
Oh, you totally see it. It just increases the pie's AC by 2. Okay. So instead of trying to hit AC 14, you're now trying to hit AC 16.
19.
Boom. Your dagger cracks into the pie.
Do we want damage?
Wait a minute. Hold on. That's a 16. Are you including the -2 for throwing with your sheath?
Yes. Yes.
Ooh. Okay. It hits the pie.
Do you want damage?
No, I want the... Yeah, roll me damage. No, damage doesn't make sense.
I deal a lot of damage, Neal. So
I'm very strong.
Yeah, I'm throwing with... That's why I named them Mag 1 knives, because I'm...
I feel like the pie tin needs to make a saving throw versus crushing blow. That's what we need to do. Let me look up the AC of the pie tin.
Look up the health of glass, and then good luck.
Yeah, well, glass versus crushing blow needs a nat 20 to survive. So you hurl your dagger at this pie tin, and no, it needs a nat 20 here. Bad Kane, why don't you make me a saving throw for the pie tin? You need to roll a 1 through 19 to succeed on a d20.
I think that just on principle, there should be slow-mo of the glass slowly shattering with some sort of like somber overlay of music, which is like some kids singing Latin stuff, and then in the background a bunch of pigeons slowly.
Pigeons? Don't you mean doves? Isn't this a John Woo film that we're talking about here?
No, pigeons, Neal. This
is Berkshire. We've got like the shit version of everything.
There are some white gray pigeons. They have some specks of white.
The pie tin breaks, and the guy's got it held up high so no one can reach it. And it just like shatters, and then the 2 sides of it slide, and the pie lands on his face, dripping goopy cherry pie all over his face.
And I just look at the guy in front of me. You're out. Beat it, pipsquib.
There's a collective, "Oh, we never win. The hell, guys." All right, next year we go back to our original name. We lasted so much longer last year.
What were you called?
We're the Warriors. We're normally the Warriors.
And who's the Warriors now?
Oh no. Rogues won last year, so we like took their name. We called dibs on it in order to like, name some power and shit.
Good. Don't tell me the sneaky ones are the warriors now.
I don't even know. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, anyway. Oh, good job. Elliot, you okay?
Yeah.
Well, that was easier than I thought.
All right. Did you guys see any other pie people around?
Screw you. I'm not helping you, jerks. Grumble.
I mean...
Well, we've never won at all. So if these other people have beaten you before, don't you want to, shove it in their face that they got beaten by someone who's never won before?
He shakes his head. Man. Desmond says, once you're out, you're out. So we're out. Otherwise, it'd be cheating.
You hear a muffled "sore loser" in the distance.
On the wind.
All right. I still think so. That's one team. I still think that Wizards will be inside Woghort. So let's go question some kids. I'll question the kids so that the cops don't get called on you, Bad Kane.
What do you mean?
Neal, all the teams are misnamed, aren't they?
I think they're actually quite perfectly named. I think you guys just made assumptions about what those names meant, Rob.
How about we move on?
That's how we did it in the 80s, Neal.
All right, we'll be back on the other side of our break with maybe the second or third or fourth group to be hunted down, or maybe something will happen with Joe. We'll find out.